So why do we use Google instead of other search engines? Well, some of you might be using some like Microsoft Bing or DuckDuckGo or Yahoo, but most of us prefer Google. So the main thing is why we use Google. Google was one of the first search engines that came onto Earth. So it was developed by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in their Harvard room. So Larry Page and Sergey Brin thought of this idea, which why don't we tame the World Wide Web and rank each and every content so the users can easily find out what they want plus saving time. So they made a search engine which would rank every website or content according to their popularity, which gives users more information which is accurate. So what boosted Google's growth from such a small search engine which was developed by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in the Harvard University to a large company that almost everyone on earth knows and uses and can't live without? So in the year 2006, while a group of software engineers in Google, who was led by Sundar Pichai, who is the current CEO of Google now, was the president of product management then, was supposed to create Google Toolbar. This allowed users who used Internet Explorer at that time, because there was Windows mainly, to make Google the default search engine. So while Sundar Pichai led the team, he went and asked the present CEO at that time, was Eric Smith, and founder Larry Page, why don't we create our own browser for Google instead of creating the toolbar, which was alright. But then Larry Page and Eric Smith replied to him saying there is already a browser called Internet Explorer, so even if you make one, there's not going to be any difference. So stop thinking about these things and continue the work on Google Toolbar. But then Sundar Pichai replied, one day Microsoft is going to make their own browser, and this will affect us badly. So Eric Smith and Larry Page didn't take any notice on this thing. So as Sundar Pichai predicted, Internet Explorer default search engine became Microsoft Bing, because Microsoft had already developed a web browser called Microsoft Bing. This resulted Google to lose more than 300 million customers, which is a lot. So Google Toolbar was almost completed and they launched it, only recovering 80% of the lost customers. Then Larry Page and Eric Smith realized how worthful is Sundar Pichai. So how does Google help us get accurate results? So Google is some type of human. You can just compare it to a human. How, when you ask a teacher a question, how does the teacher process your question? First, he or she understands what the question is. So Google is the same thing. So Google understands what you want by comparing it with the other users and the history, and then it has something like a spy type. I can compare it with a spy. It goes through whatever you have gone through, and then because it analyzes your intent and then gets you straight that accurate results. So by comparing or 2-3 search engines, Google is much kind of user-friendly search engine which provides you all the information. Now you type Microsoft, in Google, it gives you Microsoft founders, current CEO, open date, stocks, everything. And then when I go to Microsoft Bing and type it, it doesn't provide you with all those information. So when you go to it, Google, and take DuckDuckGo for this example. When you go open the web page, it's just kind of the same format except for a few designs here and there. So what you can see, Google was opened in 1998, but then the rest came after that. So everyone has started copying Google's format because it was user friendly, but then it didn't get the accurate look. So that's it for today, guys. Subscribe and stay tuned for my next video. Support me by liking the video and comment below how I can improve, plus what else you want me to give you information about. See you next time.